fresh. We had a really grueling bowl prep, but we're ready to go.
Was there one area of concentration in the bowl prep more than anything else, an area of point of emphasis for you guys on defense?
No, I think that was the thing. We really went back and did everything again. It was like another camp. We did tackling, takeaways, everything that you could imagine. We did it all.
Do you kind of feel like in a game like this, you guys have won a lot of games over the course of the past few years, but you might have played, out of the 60 wins you have, 10 teams that were physically capable of beating you from a talent standpoint. When you're playing a team like Clemson that has draft picks all over the field on both sides of the ball, do you feel like the little things are a little bit even more magnified now because you can't just say, hey, we're better athletically than the other team, we'll just beat them that way, that you have to have every little thing right in order to win a game like this?
Yeah, that's definitely the philosophy we take. Coach Meyer always preaches that when you're evenly matched talent-wise, you gotta find every advantage you can. And one big thing that we always see ourselves doing is having relentless effort, and effort overcomes everything in games like this when the talent's equal. So if we come out and play our hardest, we'll be successful. There's so many little things that can go either way because everyone's got great matchups, but I feel like the way we find advantages in games like this with even talent is through relentless effort.
Obviously, you're in the playoffs, so the team you're playing is going to be very good, but
yeah.
When you play a team like you did with Oklahoma or even Michigan, where a few of the games where you are playing equal talent, can you sense immediately when you turn on the film, like, hey, this team's a little bit different than the other 8 or 9 that we played?
It's been tough to say that in the Big Ten just because there's been such great competition all throughout. But yeah, I'd say you feel it more in the game when you're in the game and it's a dogfight. You're in a dogfight, and everything's a little more physical, a little more faster, and everything's on the line. You can tell that this is a big game just from the first couple snaps.
Sam, Clemson players talked yesterday that they watched the Orange Bowl 3 years ago and really dissected it. Have you guys done anything like that?
We haven't really watched that as much. We've been watching them, more of what they do now, personnel now. Obviously, we've seen some clips and stuff like that, but we haven't really dissected that.
When coaches talk about a game that they do, what's usually what they say?
We don't really talk about that game. It was before I got here, so.
Played moved around a bit. What was the hardest part of that? Is that almost like, in a way, learning different, not sports, but obviously different language and different positions? What was the toughest part of that?
I would just say, just not uncertainty of like the future of what you're going to be doing, if you're going to really find a spot and be successful. I wasn't really sure if I was ever going to get on the field, just because I didn't have any time to get settled and learn plays and work on my skill set. So just not having confidence in the uncertainty, I think, was the biggest mental challenge.
So you just had to trust that they were putting you in the right place.
Yeah, just listen to Coach Mick and Coach Meyer when he told me that just stick with it, you're going to be a good player. Just trusting in them.
Because that seems to be sort of not the secret to this program's success, but the ability to reload when people leave is that you're able to be flexible.
Right.
Not locked into one position.
Yeah, you can see that all over the team, just people playing different positions, people moving everywhere. Great example is Pat Elflein moving to center, Draymond moving from end to 3-tech, guys moving from corner to safety like David Webb. Just part of the program. That's how they recruit and that's how we develop players.
Are there any touristy things or restaurants that you guys are planning to do here?
I think we can ask. Please take the football. Okay.
Sam, I've got a tough one for you. Zach Schwartz, from you call him Snapchat, your videographer, creative media guy. I'm just curious, from your perspective, what is it like having someone in-house who does that stuff for you? Obviously, it's not going to impact the game or anything, but it's sort of a trend that's happening now that more and more schools are doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny just because we're just doing everyday things and they document it and just throw it up, and I guess it's what the fans want to see, and we want to have a great relationship with Buccaneers. I think it's pretty cool that all the stuff they're doing. They got the Snapchat goggles, new and the latest things. He does a great job, and I like to mess with him just because I don't like to be filmed that much. But yeah, it's pretty cool that we're doing that. I think we need to.
When you were a recruit, was that right when the texting rule changed? It was about 4 years ago, where they used to not be able to text recruits, and then now you could, which is what prompted a lot of this change. Do you remember where you were in the cycle when that stuff?
Yeah, I was DMing Mark Pantone.
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
the
okay.
extent of my.
All right, so you didn't get all these graphics and all this fancy video and stuff. Then.
No, I didn't get much. I had to, call coaches first. Had to DM
Okay.
coaches first. That's about all we could do. So I didn't get. And when they missed my call, I had to try again
Sure.
a couple hours later.
Yeah. As a millennial, as a younger guy who is on his phone all the time, can you see the value of producing that kind of content to young people to attract recruits?
Oh yeah, the kids love it, and it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Even I'm here now, and whenever they come up with a cool graphic, I still love it. But it's gonna attract kids, but what's really gonna attract them is winning games and stuff like that. But I think it gets their attention for sure.
When you dug into the Clemson tape, what stuck out to you about maybe something you didn't think you were either good at or maybe something that you thought you could exploit when you really dug in and noticed?
I noticed that they really have a good tempo and the way they control the game. You can see guys that they play not getting lined up and then just moving the ball when they want to move the ball and controlling the game. So we really got to, after play, run to the ball, get lined up, rest there, and be ready to go. We can't get taken advantage of. We got to be ready and we got to control the game. They really do a good job. I think our offense does the same thing just because such experienced, good quarterbacks. But they do a good job of that, and I wasn't expecting that.
Quick tempo style.
Yeah, quick tempo and just check downs and stuff like that.